Alright. Hello. It's been a week. Hang on. Hopefully that isn't too loud. Whatever. Yeah. Pretty much today we're gonna be continuing off where we last left off. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a drink and whatnot. Uh, I don't know how today might go because yesterday, when I was working, I got a bit of a paper cut, and paper cuts don't necessarily the thing about paper cuts is that they're not really vital, or they're not really horrible or anything. They're just annoying. The problem with this particular paper cut is that when I was working, I got a paper cut, and it cut through the joint of one of my fingers, and it hit a vein, and it really started bleeding. So, and it's on my index finger on my right hand. So ultimately, this is gonna be, I don't know how this is gonna work, because I haven't really, I don't exactly know how this is gonna affect me drawing. Hopefully not too much, but yeah, whatever. Let's just get started. Anyway, oh, right. I forgot to pop it up. Nope, wrong one. There it is. I don't know where to put it. Better. Okay. And we'll have that be at the way bottom. Yeah, pretty much I'm going to continue off where I left off and just continue drawing. I don't know for how long I'm going to go, but pretty much I'm just going to go until I feel it's good to call a break. So, but yeah, last week I got done with the poses, pretty much, and I also got done with the faces and the general outline of what I want the hair to be. So, now I kind of want to move more on to how it's supposed to gonna be looking. So, all right. So let's see. Maybe if I go for more of a... I want to say I want to go for more of, kind of a sleeveless wedding dress. work. I think that's a little too tight. And as for the templates... Wait, is this tipped? Or is that my imagination? That is my imagination. Okay. But yeah, as for... I mean, if we're gonna have... Oh, you know what might be better? It might be better if we had this like here and this like sticking out. I think that would work better with the physics. And we might as well hide this for the sake. Okay. For right now, that's just gonna have to be the best. But for the pose... Let's add another one. That's too big. A lot of this is gonna... Part of this body is gonna be hidden. So we really just need the end that's sticking out. So uh, but no, no, no. Okay, that's a little too small now. Okay, what was the original pose? Let's see. Let's bring that up. So it's definitely an arc. My mouse is getting in the way. There we go. That was better. Anyway, so it's definitely an arc. Try to relocate it from a different angle. It looks that actually looks a little better. I know this is going to be erased anyway, but it helps me get a better idea of where it's supposed to go and where it's supposed to be. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Anyway. I will say that I think the foot is a little too stubby. That's a little better. Hmm. Have to work on the wrinkles, but we want to keep the general shape. I might want to redo some of this. Right. Okay. I think we can bring it back now. Nah, that doesn't look right. It might help better if I like start to work with more of the wrinkles. forgot to turn off my Discord notifications on here. Maybe drop the line a little lower. Let's see. That's better. Or wait, which... Oh, I should have got a reference for this. Which way do usually button codes open? Let's see. If I recall, no, this might be right. Yeah, because I think coats, or at least like suit coats, my experience has been with them. Generally, the flap, the open flap on the left-handed side is one that usually generally like it buttons up. It's the one with slots for the buttons, and the one on the right is where it buttons up. So essentially, his right would go on the inside, and his left would go on the outside. So I think this is right. Although I would want to correct that line from the way it's looking. So I have to draw the pants. Well, now it looks too big. Hmm. I guess it would be better to have it more stuck to the legs as opposed to it being more baggy in a sense. I might want to fix his foot. Yeah, because it looks kind of crooked from here. That's better. So we can do the same with this one too. All right. Yeah, that looks off. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break and come back to it in about, 5 minutes or so. I'm having a little trouble. It's just one of those days, It's just like because this is ultimately like if it was really easy for me to be able to draw everything within the drop of a hat that I wanted, like I could get done with so much better with work. But like, it's an art block. Like it's not well, I guess not necessarily an art block as much as it is like I'm really trying to get a general idea in my mind of like how exactly this is supposed to look, how exactly this is supposed to go, and it's kind of tough because I'm sort of drawing a blank with a lot of parts. Let's go back to the dress. That looks a little better. I kind of want to add more detail to the rest, though. Like, give it a little more oomph, a little more pop. Let's add in a more of a dark blue. I was thinking like large gloves, but you know what? Let's go whole hand. Hey, let's make the. I got an idea. Let's do that, and then let's also make the feet. So, oh, thank you, couldn't see me looking cool so far. Yeah, I just like had. This is the beauty of me with my art. It's just I kind of have these ideas. So the thing about Bun is that she loves space. I don't necessarily know about like, you know, astrology and astronomy and whatnot, but she loves like the night sky, essentially. Like I've seen her like anytime there's like a character or like clothing or whatnot that has this uh starry sky on it and whatnot, like she loves it, and I'm like, you know what? I got an idea. Give it a white dress, but for the pale spot or for the spots that are the dress, which are the arms and also the shoes, let's cover them in this dark blue, but they give them this or cover them more in this like this dark blue, and I'll add in like some lighter colors to kind of make this kind of well, let's kind of like do kind of what this is doing right here. Do that, and then also add in like white dots and whatnot for the idea of stars and whatnot. So, wedding dress with night sky Night sky gloves that cover the entire arms and the parts of the legs. I like that. That's why I like to take my time with this necessarily. Like, I try my damnedest to release an artwork year by year, or not year by year. Sorry, month by month, a month by month basis. I've tried that. Now I'm doing it like every other month, and I'm taking my time with it. And the reason why is because, like, ultimately, you can't rush art, but at the same time, you can't also just do nothing about it. You have to find that balance where it's like you find that balance where it's you make something within a allotted time, but you take your time with it in that allotted time. And whatever you make in that allotted time, when it's up, you're done. And then from then on, like, no matter how it looks, you keep it as a reminder so that when later in the future when you go back, it looks like it pales in comparison compared to the work that you do now. And that's why I like is that every other month I will come out with a new artwork. I will come out with a new artwork. I'll take my time with it, and yeah, it may not look the best or anything, but it's just kind of more or less progress towards how much better I'm getting. And I can't necessarily tell myself, but okay. Well, I added that on the. Oh wait. Oh no, that's good. I almost thought I actually added it onto the dress, but okay. Um. Okay. Let's erase this. Oh shit. That's wrong. This is it. True, you can't rush art. What I do to help with that is I draw something random without planning. Not everyone will like it, but it makes me feel sane. Honestly, at times I'm kind of the same. It, I like to think about what I'm doing, like what I'm doing about when I draw and everything. But every now and then I'll just take a blank canvas on my art software and then just draw something. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. I just draw. And then I take a break, come back to it sometime later in the future. And then I come back and I realize, what if I do this, this, and that with it? One of my drawings, I think it's called Flowing Breath, and is a good example of that. It's just a random assortment of lines. But after I took a step back and got some criticism about it, I more or less I made it into what it looks like, kind of a very abstract dragon, essentially. But yeah, that's anyway. Uh, okay. I want to do something about the pose from there. Can't tell. Ah, here it is. Where's it? There it is. Alright, so... And also, let's get the tire that I put Kagado in. Now to draw it again. But I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup on it, because just the sketch look kind of... I kind of want to make it cleaner. Okay. Too large. Bring it back down. Now that explains it. Okay. Will this work? I want to try it. Bring that down, way down. Ah, that looks weird. Maybe just go for the pencil, but this time... Actually... I didn't know if you were still drawing, but I'm just going to say the screen's been frozen for like 10 minutes on the screen. Wait, what? Oh shit, you're right! Oh, sorry. I did not realize that. Give me a second. Let's fix that, shall we? Ah, damn. I think capture card I'm using is like getting hot. So give me a second. HDMI disconnected. Yeah, please tell me if the screen like ultimately like if I'm gonna say if I don't say anything or if I don't say anything about like kind of what I'm trying to plan or whatnot, I like ultimately tell me if the screen stops or whatnot on your side, because ultimately if it I'm not gonna be able to notice unless like I directly look at it. Okay. Okay. All right. So give me a second to fix this. I'll be right back. There we go. Okay, so transform, fit screen. Yeah. Put it on the bottom. And there we go. That's better. So, just check. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think the problem I was running it on was that it was running on, like, the highest resolution and the highest frame rate. And that was maxing out my capture card. So, hopefully, this works a little better. I think a good way to tell if this, like, if this stream is kind of frozen is, like, the tracks. Because, like, this one I found me, like, if the track has, if the song has ultimately sound like it changes up, and it doesn't, and the title hasn't changed with it, I think it's a good indication that the stream has paused. But, anyway, we're enough of that. This is pretty much since, this is what I did with the dress. I said the last time I think where it was frozen was when I was around this area, but this is why I got the dress for now. And I was going to, until it realized it froze, What I was going to do was I was going to redraw the hands and shoes here, and then what I was going to do was basically fill them in with the same color of blue, or a darker color of blue essentially, or a lighter. I don't know which yet, and then just put a pattern of dots on. Not essentially going to be like the final version of what I want, but just a general idea of what I'm going for. Okay. Oh crap, that looks nice. Yeah, right. It's my experience with drawing like wrinkles and everything. I have like various templates and whatnot. Like, I I have I've gotten a lot of experience with drawing wrinkles. So when it comes to that, now it's come to the point where it's like I can do it by myself. So okay. All right. Well, since I had that whole issue with HDMI, I can go a little longer now. I got a problem with that. But, increase it a bit. And basically, this is just going to be a general idea. It's not going to be the full pattern of what I want, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we go full white. And then go through the library. I think it should have it down here. Here it is. Yeah, let's just add in white stars. Not exactly what we want, but fuck it. Oh! I was about to cover the whole thing in stars. Alright, let's keep it this many. Oh, really? Well, in that case, let's go this. Okay, that might be troublesome. Well, then in that case. Okay. And then... oh, shit. But yeah, generally that's the idea. I'm not going to be using this particular pattern, but that's the general idea. I guess the one thing I do want to go... I guess last thing I'll do definitely will be the hair. I definitely want to kind of recorrect it. What we got here? The most difficult thing in drawing to me is figuring out what else needs correcting. Yeah, it is. I definitely 100% agree with that. Also, yeah, I can see that bot. I don't know, I need to get something set up where it's like it blocks like bots like that. Okay, now it looks like a lump on his head. Okay, well now it looks too almost too flat. I wanted to find that good place in between. Better. That line is a little. Hmm. Oh. If I may ask a question, how long does it usually take for you to draw a paper? I was just wondering. That is a good question. I'd say. I mean, if we're talking about like relativistic time, essentially like through and through, I'd say like in regards to like planning and thinking about the piece, it takes me. I try to keep it to a good month, most. But normally speaking, if I do feel that itch where it's like, you know what, I gotta draw, maybe a week, maybe a week. But altogether, like the time together of me actually drawing, I'd say takes about maybe a week, a little over a week altogether of putting of in the drawing specifically, like excluding everything else. Because like I mean, you look at this, and like this is just 2 sessions. So this is just the work I did last week on Sunday, also added with the work I do today. So when you look at it, ultimately you can kind of see that yeah, um, a lot of the stuff that I've wanted kind of to do with the drawing and stuff I'm even adding with the drawing is kind of already in. But I like to pace myself because um, I'm very impulsive when it comes to art, and generally like if I really wanted to, I could finish this art piece like tonight if I really wanted to. But the problem is when I finish it, and I've had this problem before. I finish it and then I release it and put it out to the world to see. The next day I'll come back like, all right, you know what? This needs to be fixed. This needs to be corrected. This is wrong. I shouldn't have done this. I should have fixed it with this. So I I like to be happy with my work instead of constantly saying, you know what, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, all this is wrong. But I mean, I generally still find problems with my other artworks, but it's generally like it's stuff I take note of. And let's see. So let's get rid of that. And then for the hell of it, I'll just add a little more hair. No. Ah, yes, the artist loop. You release it, and all of the problems after you release it, it has to be. Yeah. I think they call that phrase like standing too close to the elephant, essentially, because when you look too, when you you look too close, you can't necessarily see the elephant. All you can see is just its skin. So you gotta take a step back. And ultimately, with me, with my art, I've learned to take a step back. So, like, generally now, I think this looks really good. But next week, next time I actually, or not next week, I don't know. It depends. Like, but next time I actually start up a session, which I'm really hoping like I get the time and motivation to actually do, for the rest of the week, because I really want to get this piece done this month. I don't want to hang on for too long, because like, I don't know. Like when I don't make an artwork after a certain a lot of time, it kind of gets me. It kind of makes me sad, because ultimately deep down it's like that voice inside my head that's saying like it just telling me that I'm lazy, and I just want to tell that voice, hey, fuck you, I'm not lazy. So I'll do, you know, I'm gonna do this work and I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna tell that voice in my head, go fuck yourself. But yeah, like yeah, like next time I come back, maybe like I'll look at the like something like the dress. I'll look at the dress and be like, oh, this is good, but you know what? This could be done differently. This could be adjusted, stuff like that. And I'd say I think that lock is way too long. That looks a little better. I just kind of want to add little details, because I'm really, that's kind of the one thing I do like about like when I draw, just drawing characters' hair. Okay, that's a little off. No, go back. Back. Just settle for that. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? That is fine. I like that. Okay. Then ultimately, let's get back down to where the clothing was. Here it is. Yeah, so ultimately I'm getting to the point where it's like my hand is starting to feel it, and getting a little tired. I'm getting a little tired. So, uh, I'm gonna redraw this. His attire got on him, and then I think we'll call it. There we go. Next time I come back, which I'm hoping is more of this week, or more of next week, essentially, since this is Saturday. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I really get the motivation in time, especially on the time because I work from like I gotta wake up like at 3, 4 in the morning and head off to work, and then I come back at like 5 in the afternoon, if that, like 5 in the afternoon, and then I only got like a couple of hours to chill and relax before I have to head back to sleep. You can kind of understand like doing that 5 days out of the week for the last few months. Like you can kind of understand with that in particular in mind, only having a couple of hours to relax and whatnot. More or less like why I've kind of been putting off a lot of my artwork and a lot of my time to do art. Not necessarily burnout. Okay, yeah, it is burnout, but not with art. It's burnout because I have to keep going back and forth with my job and doing the same shit over and over again, and it's just like the job gets easier, but oh god, like I want to do something else. God. And I had the opportunity to. I was planning to get a new job, and I was planning to get a new job, and I was planning to send a 2 week notice to my current one, but yeah, that didn't work out. So I'm stuck with my current one. Jeez, man, you wake up at 3 and 4. My God, yeah. Fuck. Yeah. It's a little easier now because I have to make it there around like 7 in the morning. But I still got to get ready for the day and whatnot. I still have 7 morning. For the last few months, like during Thanksgiving, Black Friday, like during I got my job in like August. I got my job in August, and throughout that time, like the holiday season began, and I was put on a mandatory 50-hour schedule, Monday to Friday, and sometimes they would have me come in on Saturday, so I would have to come in at 6 in the morning, go home around 4:30, and only have a few hours to relax and regather my energy and strength, and then I go back to sleep. It's like my energy now is much more better than it was when I was starting out, but still, man, like it's tough. But now, like I've got that extra hour to really like wake up and get my shit together and everything. So there's that. But at the same time, like I'm still working 45-hour job, and it's still taxing, but fucking, it's like ultimately it is what it is, and I got shit to do. I got shit to pay for. I got food to get and everything, so it's not like I have really much of a say in the matter. I kind of need this job right now until I get a new one, which I currently am searching for a new one. Hopefully, a little more manageable with the schedule. I mean, I could probably go back to doing part-time job because I'm working full-time. I could probably go back to doing part-time because I have quite a bit saved up. Not enough for, like, the long run, but if in long run in terms of like rent and insurance and everything. But if if I find a good part-time job that actually pays pretty well, maybe not as well as I'm getting paid now, but pays pretty well ultimately considering, I could probably deal with that, and I probably have a lot more time to do what I want. But yeah, yeah, pretty much. So this is what I got so far. Let's. Yeah, and you've kind of seen this. Like, you're gonna show this for the stream later. Also doing a second alternative version of this, and what I'm gonna be doing is that because apparently with Kagado, he's mentioned that when he was choosing a girlfriend in Persona 5, he said that he already had the real he already said a real Futaba, and that was his girlfriend. Now fiance, which is why I'm drawing them in as a bride and groom. So I figure just draw it as a reflection. So them on top, and the reflection being Joker and Futaba. So there you go. Don't know when I'm gonna be able to get to that, because right now I kind of I don't know. I still kind of want to work on them specifically, but anyway, I think that's gonna do it. Ugh, fuck. My hand's really cramping up. I gotta give it a break. So, yeah, pretty much that's it. Thank you so much for joining, and yeah, I really hope I can get the time and energy to really later on in the week do this. But if I can't, I mean, I still got the weekends. So, oh, that's neat. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I still got the weekends. So, ultimately, like, if I can't find any time to do it, next week, which should not be an issue, because I called in for a doctor's appointment on Thursday. So once I get back and deal with that, I should be able to set up a live stream and deal with drawing more. So yeah, so yeah, pretty much I'm gonna get out of here. But thank you all so much for joining me, and to those who are just kind of joining me after this is done, pretty much, if you like what you've seen here, feel free to browse my other works. Feel free to check out catch me on Twitter. Pretty much, you can catch a lot of updates on what I'm doing and whatnot and everything there. Feel free to take a look at my Instagram. I don't really have it updated to everything that I'm doing, but It's kind of new, and I'm still trying to start out. Check out my Artstation. That's my portfolio. I've got all of my artwork that I've done and sent to the public all on there. So if you want to take a look at all my artwork there, feel free to do that. And if you want more like kind of comedy and fun and whatnot, feel free to check out my second channel where I promote Kagado the Final Boss. But yeah, pretty much that's going to be it. I'm going to get out of here. So thank you all so much, and hope you all take care. Peace.